Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to rant about something that just drives me absolutely crazy. Instagram trainers. What's going on, everybody? All right, I'm down here. It's Niagara Falls right there. It's not the horseshoe. Horseshoe's over there somewhere. But yeah, Instagram trainers. I want to talk to you about not just Instagram, but all social media trainers out there. And as much as I'm going to rant right now, this is for your benefit because you'll now know what to look for, at least somewhat, in, I hate to say this, in Instagram or social media trainers, but at least you'll have an idea of questions to ask these people, because I feel that with the growth of social media and everybody's trying to put out content to be different, to attract new clientele, we're just putting basically anything out there, and really there's not a lot of context out there in terms of what certain exercises, what certain workouts are good for, who they're good for, and why. All right, so the reason for this video is because, the reason I feel you guys need to see this is because I've seen a number of Instagram posts in the last day or two in conjunction with a client, two clients actually in the last like 2-3 months, who have come to me because they've been injured through someone else's online training program. And because I have an online training program, this is one of the reasons why I held off for so long on doing so, and then did it, and then took my online training program off the internet because I wasn't happy with it. And then as of the last year or so, brought it back, well, 2 years I guess, brought it back, and I've really tried to create something that's really customizable and really specific to the individual. So I had some invested interest in this, making sure that I wasn't doing what this person had gone through with their online training program. So they came to me injured, and I basically now have to spend a number of months, well, probably a month or two, in conjunction with them seeing a therapist, somebody whose job it is to get them feeling better, on something that we could have avoided very easily if the program that they were on prior to me addressed this and even did an assessment. The program didn't do an assessment. Now, I'm not going to rant about assessments. I've done that before in a previous video. Maybe I'll link it down below. I don't know. If you guys care that much about it, you guys can find it. It's actually called Hinge Row with a Rant. I think that's what the video is called. Anyway, between that person coming to me who was injured, the other person basing their questions on something they saw on Instagram, and the Instagram posts that I've been seeing, it was like a no-brainer to do this video, because I know a lot of you out there are following advice, following exercises from people you see on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and you're implementing it into your program without the proper context and the reasons why this exercise may be good for somebody. So real quickly, one of the examples I saw yesterday was somebody who was doing a sprint workout, and this person is an ex-athlete, and their work capacity was so much higher than my work capacity. And in fact, their warm-up crushed me, or would have crushed me, because I know what I can handle. Their warm-up would have crushed me. So I can only imagine what their warm-up would have did to somebody else who isn't as in good a shape as I am. And it's all rah-rah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, try to do it without rest, and blah, blah. And it's like, what are you doing? You're not a trainer, you're not a coach, even though their profile says they are. Because after all, anybody with an internet connection can be a trainer, which is scary. But that's the problem. Our industry is not regulated, and that's another issue, which I may or may not touch on today. But so yeah, this person's sprint workout, even the warm-up, was just absolutely ridiculous. It would crush just about anybody out there. And then I saw, multiple posts on, hey, check out my, my workout routine on YouTube. You can follow it. And really, haven't we learned anything from CrossFit and their workout of the day? It's for all I know, they're still doing workout of the day. They probably are. But for the number of people that I've seen in my home practice, and with the people that I work with and I hold dear to my heart as far as colleagues go, we see people coming to us all the time who are injured because of, workout of the days. And here are, YouTuber, or here are Instagram people, sending people to the YouTube to watch them work out, which is fine. I understand. It's motivational for some people to see what other people are doing. It's motivational to see somebody who's in shape working out and giving it their all. I get that. But you got to have some context in the workouts you're providing. I hate giving my information or giving my 2 cents on, what workouts do you do in 20 minutes? And I've done it, and I still do it, but I try to make it as basic as possible so the majority of people reading can actually do the workout. And yeah, it may not be super intense for somebody who's, been training for a number of years. But I'll try to add my 2 cents of, okay, and here's a way to progress the exercise, but make sure you can do such and such before doing so. So make sure you have a prerequisite. Whether that is a movement, ideally it should be movement-based, joint-based. Are your joints healthy enough to do the exercise that is being prescribed? And that's my issue, because all these Instagram posts don't have any kind of prerequisite, don't have any context behind it. And even for myself, like when I'm doing this rant, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I've posted a number of exercise videos in the last little bit. I've tried to create enough context in that, you need to go to my YouTube channel, because the 15 seconds or the minute that Instagram allows me isn't enough to describe the exercise properly and tell you and give you the enough details of who the exercise is for, why they should be doing it, and and how you can progress it or regress it. And again, it all comes down to, are you being assessed? A lot of these Instagram trainers don't even do an assessment. And if they do an assessment, it's a questionnaire. Assessment is not a questionnaire, guys. It's hands-on, it's visual. So if you're putting out workout of the days, that's not specific to you, okay? Like that's the same workout that they're giving you as they're giving me. Well, chances are I'm in much better shape than most of you. Sorry, but that's probably the truth. And I wouldn't do these workouts. So, if you're following somebody on Instagram and you see an exercise that you might want to try, contact the person. I'm not trying to say that all these Instagram trainers are bad, okay? By no means. And I'm sure there's exercise videos that I've put out that my form could be a little bit better in certain areas. So I'm not trying to bash everybody and say I'm the greatest. No, that's not the case. I'm just trying to create some awareness with you guys. And just so you know that our industry is not regulated. So it could be anybody putting out an exercise video. It's like anybody who's lost a little bit of weight, and physique trainers or physique competitors turned trainers who are now giving their physique diet that a trainer gave them or that a physique coach gave them to their clients. Well, that's not right. It's not appropriate. That's not nutrition. That's just copying something that may have worked for you. Hopefully it was prescribed and created basically and specifically for you, but maybe not. But don't start doing that thinking that you know nutrition. Just like don't start throwing out gymnastic exercises or whatever exercise it might be, who knows, for the general public without giving a little bit of context. Because if you're doing handstand videos and you're like, well, here's how to do a handstand, but you haven't really worked on wrist mobility, is that proper? Is that right? Or you're trying to get people to run more and do sprint workouts, but they don't have the proper ankle flexion to do so. Or, you're trying to do squats, but somebody, everybody's hips are different, first of all. There are no, I shouldn't say there are no two hips alike. There probably isn't, but I'm not sure if that's like fingerprints or not. But everybody's hip can potentially be different, whether it's anterior rotated, posterior rotated, rotated laterally, narrow, wide, deep hip sockets, how the femoral head attaches, if it's maybe hypermobile, if it's away from the joint, if it's really jammed in the joint, it's bone on bone. There's all kinds of different things that could be affecting your squat. So telling somebody that they have to squat ass to grass is bullshit. And telling somebody that they have to do 100 squats, well, if that person's in pain doing 100 squats, but they don't know any better, they're going to continue to do it. I know, because clients come to me all the time, and when they work out with me sometimes, they're like, oh, I want to do what you're doing. Well, no, you can't. I've been doing this for a number of years. I have the proper mobility. I have the proper prerequisites to do the exercise I'm doing. However, you can do this exercise, which would be a regression to the exercise. Or if somebody's in better shape than I, and I'm doing a back squat, maybe they can do an overhead barbell squat. So maybe that'd be more challenging for them if I ran out of weight in my gym or something. Whatever it might be. But there's got to be some context there, guys. So I just want to make sure that if you're following somebody and you see something that you might think you might want to try, contact them. Ask them about it. Hopefully they can give you a bright enough answer. Otherwise, it's just another fucking Instagram trainer. Dropping the F-bomb. All right, guys, one more shot at Niagara Falls because it's beautiful and it's really nice down here. Boom, right there. It's beautiful. All right, I think I've ranted enough. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say here? Fitness just isn't about picking up a pair of running shoes and going for a run. There is more to it than that. And I know, like, personal trainers and strength coaches and nutritionists, we're extra. I understand that. And we're trying to get things that we can do on our own. I understand that. And with, this day and age of everybody trying to put out content to separate themselves, there are people out there putting out really, really good content. And you can follow their advice and do a lot on your own without having to go see somebody. However, I really recommend going to see somebody for at least an assessment, but that's another rant, another video. Okay, I'm calm now. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. I'm back to normal. Let me know what you guys think. Other trainers out there who might catch this video, let me know what you think. Throw it down there. I got thick skin. I don't care what if you don't think I'm right, you don't think or you feel I'm calling you out, and you have an issue with that, that's fine. I don't mind. But let me know what you think. For those of you out there who come to this video who are relatively fit and you use Instagram or use YouTube for figuring out new workout routines and things like that, hey, let me know what you think. Now, I'm sure it helps a lot of people, but I just know that it can also be very detrimental to people too. And it really depends what kind of mindset you're going in with. And I would love people to have a great mindset of like, I'm going to try anything and I'm going to go, go, go. But having that mindset and then having a body that actually allows you to do that are two different things. If somebody sits all day at a desk and has a fully flexed posture, or somebody walks around all day in extension, they're going to squat they're going to squat differently. They're going to do things a little bit differently. They're going to have different cues and things like that. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware. That's all I'm trying to do is create a little bit of awareness. Not trying to crush every Instagram trainer out there. Just have a little bit more awareness. Ask questions. All right, guys. If you guys haven't checked the website, nathanjackson.com, I have a free foundations course where I give you basically 4 ginormous low-hanging fruit tips. One tip for each of my 4 pillars of health and wellness, what I believe health and wellness is: nutrition, exercise, which we just kind of went over a lot right now, restoration, and mindset. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. It's a 4 video over the course of 8-day course. And yeah, sorry for the rant today, guys. Felt it needed to be said though, and hope it wasn't too bad. Have a great day. Take care.